Welcome to the card of the now, and in this video I'm using the Mother Peace deck, one of my round decks, and I'm pulling one card out of this Mother Peace deck, and it's going to give us a little message, advice, insight for the now. This is for whoever, whenever you need it. It's just a little insight that I put out into the world that you will come to when it is needed. Is the idea behind this card. Now, let's see what it is. Oh, yeah. Seven of Swords, it looks like. Yeah, Seven of Swords. See, the Seven of Swords is about some cunning here. We have the chickens inside the fence, and we have the fox outside the fence, and you have the swords in them. The swords are making a ladder right now. It's a trail of thoughts that get us to what we want. And like I said, the first thing is cunning. This is what this card is showing right now, is cunning. Intellect, using the mind to get what we want, be where we want, be who we want, all these kind of things. We all have different goals, different paths that we're on, but no matter what your path, it's a time to use a bit of cunning, like the fox, being very I would say sneaky, but not necessarily in a bad way. This card, you might see it as that. Because it's like, oh, the fox is going to eat the chicken. But that's a part of life. That's a part of nature. Everybody, I think, well, not everybody, but a lot of people think of like predators and so forth in that light. That, oh, that horrible predator want to eat that chicken. But that's what they are there for. How horrible is it for the fox if he doesn't get to eat, right? And who's to say that you should be hoarding all those chickens? Because one might say, oh, the fox is horrible, he's stealing. But maybe it's not the fox that's wrong. Maybe what is wrong is to build up that fence and to hoard all those chickens, because that's not being right there, because you are hoarding, and that hoarding is holding on to more than you need or more than you could ever use, and others are starving. So just a little moral lesson I see coming out in this card. And like I said, the advice right now is to be cunning, is to use those mental faculties to get where you need to be, to cut through fences, to purvey new ideas. All these types of things is going to be accomplished by using your intellect, your cunning, your mental skills. And like I said with that story, I think it really came out too, is that sometimes we as foxes, as predators, take on that, like I said, that idea of morals that really isn't necessarily the truth. So I think the lesson there is to really cut through anything, any barriers, anything holding you back from what you want, because of ideas that aren't necessarily true. I feel this is more coming out of the truth, learning the truth, and the sword suit is definitely about truth. Not just intellect and mental abilities, but also truth. That's part of that mental realm, and that's another thing coming out. Cunning, truth. These are the things that are important right now. They're going to help you get through whatever you're going through, to help you along your path, because there is this huge fence here. This is the main focus, and getting through that is going to take your intellect. It's going to take some thought, some cunning, some skill, some sleuthing, some slyness, all these things that need to be done to get to where you want to be, to cut through fences and get to the end goal. So that's the message for right now from this card. What an interesting one. I appreciate any likes or comments on this. I like to see how it applies. It's always very interesting when I get a lot of responses, and even the people who are like, hey, I love this, or thank you, or all that. I appreciate all that, to know that it's really helping people. It helps me move along in my path. So that's the message for right now. End it with a blessed be.